What is going on, everybody? It is 7:01 p.m. Eastern time. Feels weird. I don't have my watch on. My watch died, but that's all right. What am I thankful for? We also discuss what you should be thankful for. And if you're in the comments below, feel free to leave a comment, all that good stuff. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit all the links below. If you're listening right now, then you should definitely head over to tigerfitness.com. My bad about that. Head over to tigerfitness.com because the Black Friday sale is still going on. So if you need any protein, pre-workout, you name it, it's going to be there. You should go get some. As you could see, I have all that stuff over there. I absolutely love their stuff, and believe me, I literally only order from them and I get everything I need from them. So without further ado, let's roll the intro, guys. What is up, everybody? My name is Kyle Matovic. I am the host of the In Liberty and Health podcast, where we talk all things liberty, health, and wellness, and beyond. My hope is to encourage and spread the message of liberty and physical and mental well-being. I hope you enjoy all the topics we talk about with our guests. We're on all major streaming platforms, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Man, I'm doing as good as anyone can do getting buried by his 13-year-old son on leg day.
I'm not going to apologize for not being on this podcast because I got to go see Metallica. So if that's a problem, kiss my ass.
Okay?
All right.
I've heard that you shouldn't have swearing in like the first 90 seconds of a YouTube video. And I think Rob, right at the end there, where he says you can kiss my ass, kind of like just ekes out there sometimes. So I think I'm good. But yeah, Thanksgiving was last week. I hope everybody that's listening right now had an absolutely wonderful Thanksgiving. You guys had all the food that you wanted to have and didn't feel bad about it. If you're a gym goer like me, then maybe you went to the gym that morning and nobody was there and it's a nice peaceful time. I actually didn't go. I had off the following day, which was Black Friday. So I went that morning to do all my squats and bench press and all that good stuff. But yeah, I hope everybody listening had a really, really good time with their families, spent time with loved ones, and got to kind of remember what means the most to them. I put up a picture in the thumbnail of me a couple years ago. I want to say it was 2020 when A Common Crown had played at a concert for Anna down in Harmerville, the new Acme Club. And, I was laughing because I think Shep tried to step on my shoulders, the old guitar player. And it was just funny. But I mean, I think that picture exudes joy and hopefully my personality pretty well. In case people can't tell, I'm a pretty gregarious, happy person most of the time. But yeah, one thing that I'm definitely grateful for is definitely my band and my family. But I took it down a couple notes, so we'll probably roll through some of that. Um, yeah, my Thanksgiving was pretty awesome. My dad had went up to Seven Springs and then got a resort because he said he didn't feel like fucking cooking or cleaning anything. So we just kind of went up there, and I went up there on Thursday. My wife was working, so went up there, ate. It was a nice, beautiful woodland resort. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to navigate if you don't know what you're doing, and I'm one of those people who sometimes doesn't know what they're doing. And in the situation, it took me quite a while to find my way to my car. So came back on Black Friday, wife came home, and then we got up and then kind of did a little bit of run around on Black Friday, and then had made our way back up there. Um, I got my Christmas present early because they have it's not Black Friday anymore. It's Black Friday week, right? You have Thanksgiving week. The whole week is now Black Friday. It's not just Black Friday anymore. So she got my Christmas present and I got it a little bit early. In case people haven't been watching my Twitter, and in case you don't follow me there, make sure you go follow me at Kamatova, because you can see it's spelled below in the bottom left corner, KYLEMATOVCIK. She had got me a Ninja Creamy, which I had been saying I wanted for a while. And when we were out to eat a couple weeks ago, she had said, "Oh, I got you something, or I'm getting you this, and I know you really want it." And I fucking racked my brain trying to think what the hell she got me. And then finally, she's like, I'm terrible at hiding this stuff, so here. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's super easy to use. All you gotta do is just freeze like milk and some other stuff for like a whole 24 hours, and you literally just spin it on there and then hit it, and it makes your ice cream for you. I mean, it is super convenient, super, super nice. And I really can't recommend people getting one of those enough if you're into health and fitness like I am, and you have a little bit of a sweet tooth, but you don't want to go binge on the Ben and Jerry's or the Briars or whatever the hell the ice cream is out there. So I made a little bit of a list about things that I'm grateful for, and I want to discuss it with everybody here and everybody listening. I want people to kind of ponder some of the things that they're grateful for while you're listening to this. And if you have to pause and maybe think about it for a little bit, I would actually recommend that because um, I know in our everyday lives, we're always so busy and we have so many things going on, and we don't really stop to think about what's going well in our lives and what we should be grateful for because, you're caught up in the day to day, and I'm guilty of it too. I mean, I'm a flat rate technician. So, it's just, okay, so as you finish this car, you have another car waiting for you, or, you have another crisis that needs attended to right now. So you have to go out and work on this stuff, and it doesn't give you a lot of time to think. You sit down for lunch, and then next thing you know, you head home, let the dogs out. um the day goes on, but I really do try to think of all the things I should be grateful for because um my life was never perfect. I don't think anybody's really is, but there were a lot of struggles in my life that I've overcame and that weren't always necessarily my fault. But the perspective that I've always had is that regardless if they're your fault or not, it is your responsibility. We have an obesity epidemic in this country. Epidemic, I don't know why I said it so weird, but we have an obesity epidemic in this country, and it's not inherently the people's fault because we were given a lot of bad information. There's hyper palatable foods available to you at all times that are really, really tasty, and you're not told that, hey, you need to move or you shouldn't eat all this stuff, and then you get fat, unfortunately. But basically, like the whole message here is that it may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility. And especially, for us as individuals, we should always treat every single problem that comes into our life that way. So I guess I'll start off with the first thing I had on my list, and what I'm grateful for is my health. Um, if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, and if you're new, welcome. But part of the reason why I started this podcast is to hopefully share good information about nutrition and weightlifting and bettering your health. Part of the reason why I wanted to do that so bad is because I was misled a lot, right? I was always told, carnivore's the way, keto's the way, low carb, carbs are going to make you fat, stuff like that. Avoid all processed foods, that's all junk. You're going to die if you eat that. Um, you should just eat fatty meat, put a stick of butter in your coffee and stuff like that. And um while that worked for me for a period of time, and it's what helped me lose 70 pounds initially, that was not what continued to sustain my health. So, at one point I was 250 pounds and I had suicidal ideation, um, digestive issues, lots of aches and pains when I was as heavy as I was. And I just thought that was normal. I thought it was part of getting old. I was 23 years old, which isn't old at all. But, I thought, oh, well, you know what? You're just you're a mechanic. So you're going to get these aches and pains and you just learn to live with it for the rest of your life. And I'm very, very grateful that, I actually, to be honest, I'm very, very grateful I did come across like carnivore, keto, and diets like that. Although I didn't necessarily do keto, I just kind of dived straight into carnivore and then kind of moved to a more ketogenic diet and then more to a flexible diet and then now to a more balanced diet like I use today. Um, but I'm grateful that I came across carnivore because it really did teach me about healthy behaviors and learning to perhaps go without. And throughout the 2 years or so that I did carnivore, I did a lot of fasting as well. So what you find with fasting is that there is a lot of discipline because you have to say no. Everything, you're gonna want food, you're gonna want, you know, anything is put in front of you, but you have to choose to reject it. And that's a conscious choice that you make at all times when you're fasting. So I think a fast of any sort is good, but fasting from food for a period, I think, is very, very enlightening and it can teach you a lot about you. So I am grateful that I came across carnivore and kind of had that whole experience. The first, I would say, couple months for me were fantastic. I lost a bunch of weight and I felt better, the best I ever felt. And, at least at that point in my life, and I didn't know what it was like to, be healthy in your 20s. I thought I was healthy because I worked out, but then I found out, oh, there's so much more to this that I just don't know. And, I found out as I continued to lose more and more weight. So another thing I had marked down was strength. So I'm grateful for the strength that I have. I've worked out consistently for 10 years. So it's not like this was just something that was gifted to me. I mean, you could maybe say like, hey, maybe my genetics predispose me to have certain outcomes in deadlift or my calves or something like that. But the strength that I have today was very, very hard fought for. I've worked out, like I said, for consistently for almost 10 years. I would never go more than a week, except for maybe when I graduated college. I think I went like 3 weeks without going to the gym. That was probably the longest period I ever took since I was probably like 17 years old. Um, I'm grateful that I don't know if I was born with it or, if it was instilled to me through my work ethic, which I've talked about in other shows. But I've had the work ethic and discipline to go to the gym and obtain the strength that I have today. So I'm very, very grateful for that. And not only that, the well-being that kind of comes with that. So, as I said a little bit earlier in the show, I'm a very gregarious, happy, generally positive person, and I'm thankful that I can do that. I'm thankful that I can wake up every day on time and, get right out of bed, smile, laugh, and do what I need to do. I know there's some people who may not be able to do that. There are people out there who are sick beyond comprehension that can't get out of bed, that don't feel good enough to do the things that I do. And for that, I wish them the same strength that I found and that I have and that I built through years and years of discipline. And some of these things may not be these people's fault entirely, but for those people, I really wish that they find a step that they can take that makes them a little bit better than they were, yesterday to get them a little bit better today. I really hope that those people can, maybe find a diet that works for them, that's sustainable, that brings them better health and allows them to live a more prosperous life. Um, I really hope for that for other people. I really wish people could understand what it's like what it's like to hit all your personal strength goals. Hello, my mother dropped in the chat. She's saying hi to Posh. Posh is right there in the corner. She's got her Christmas pajamas on. I'm grateful for her as well. She was a very, very a surprise blessing in our lives. But yeah, there's people out there who have suffered with illnesses throughout their entire lives, and I wish those people the strength they have to carry on. I hope the people around them can bear the responsibility that's necessary to take care of those people when they need it. That's very, very important. And those people suffer unduly. The next thing I had was happiness, and I mean that kind of ties into everything else. I'm just grateful that I have a generally positive outlook, and I do attribute a lot of that to my health. As I said earlier, I had a lot of suicidal ideation early on, in my early 20s because of probably what was poor diet and probably because I didn't feel good overall. Thank you so much, Dale. God bless you and your family. Have a Merry Christmas, Dale. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate you dropping by. Um, a former coworker that kind of helped shape me into the guy I am today. Um, but yeah, I'm thankful that I found carnivore and then now kind of moved over to the diet that I'm in today because I don't think I would have the same level of health, happiness, strength, and well being that I have today without going through those multiple different diet phases that got to me where I am today. So the next thing that I wanted to discuss was suffering. I'm grateful for suffering. I consider going to the gym a kind of suffering that's necessary to become better. Going to work every day for a lot of people is considered suffering, but that allows you the money and the discipline and the resources to do the things that you want to do. My wife and I were just on vacation for our anniversary, which we hit 1 year married back earlier this month, and we've been together for over 5 years now at this point. 5 years back in September, but the job that I have and the suffering that I go through in my job, fixing cars, pulling your hair out to try and figure out a why or replace a certain part or diagnose a certain part. That is definitely suffering. Picking up 500 pounds when you don't quite feel like it at 5 o'clock in the morning is definitely suffering. Kevin, thanks so much for dropping by, buddy. I figured you would be by. I know you normally drop by before the show starts, but I appreciate you being here now. I'm grateful for Kevin as well. He was on the show a couple months ago, but we'll get to that a little bit later in the show. But yeah, I'm grateful for the ability to go suffer because as I was saying earlier, there are people out there who aren't able to get up every day and go do the resistance training. Or for me, it's almost like I have the luxury of getting up at 4:30 in the morning, and people look at me like I'm crazy when I say that, but that's because I want to get up to cook breakfast and walk my dogs and do my cardio or, clean off the cars and do all the things that I need to do that make my life successful. Jay Forte, thanks so much for dropping by, brother. I'm thankful for my wife and kids. Absolutely, man. Thank you. Um, I'm thankful for the suffering that I went through when I was a child. And is, kind of messed up as that sounds, I am grateful for the fact that, I moved a lot when I was a kid. I moved, I think, like 15 or 16 times in my entire life, and 13 or 14 of those when I was a kid. We lost a lot of houses. People close to me were very, very sick for a very, very long period of time. I lost all my grandparents before I was 17 years old. Um, I learned a lot, and it makes you grow up fast when you have a lot of death around you. That sounds very, very grim, but it's very, very true. At, I'm at a Starbucks editing. No kids screaming. Thankful for this. Absolutely. But it's very, very peaceful in my house right now. The dogs are downstairs, just kind of doing their thing, and I'm up here ranting to all you lovely people. Um, I haven't listened to the stuff that you sent me, Kevin. I'm gonna have to do that. Oh man, I feel so bad. I'm such a horrible friend. But as I was saying, I'm grateful that the suffering that I went through as a kid kind of molded me into the person that I am today. And part of that really harkens back to why I'm such a stickler for my health now, is because I saw what happened with my grandparents and I saw what happened with people um that are close to me. No, Posh ran away. She just went out of the room. Yeah, I kinda have to look behind me. Oh, no, she's coming back in. But I'm grateful for all that because, once again, I wouldn't be in the position that I am today if I didn't learn or I didn't see all that. Hope you make the right ones. That's basically always going to be the message here, is that I hope you make the right choices, and I hope that, you choose to, healthy behaviors over unhealthy behaviors. Figs, thank you so much. I'm grateful for you as well, brother. I may black out here for a second, so I'm going to play a commercial and then I will be right. Oh no, I think my internet's coming back up. Let's roll a commercial real quick for some of the great people that sponsor this channel, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are going to take a quick break from the show to tell you about the show's sponsor. We are now brought to you by Fox and Sons Coffees. You can see right here, I got the Den Blend Dark. Really enjoy that. I've been drinking a lot of their Brazil Honey Prep right here. As you can hear, there's not a lot of beans left in it because I've been drinking it quite a bit. Just to tell you a little bit about Fox and Sons, why I support them and why you should too, is that Steven had started the company up in Michigan to help teach his son about entrepreneurship. I'm all about that, and I do firmly believe that in order to spread liberty in our lifetimes, we have to support those who support similar values as us. And Steven does support all the same libertarian values that I bring and talk about on the show a lot. So go to foxandsons.com, use code Kyle at checkout to get 15% off of orders $25 or more, and there's always free shipping whenever you place an order that is more than $37.99. Find their coffee absolutely fantastic, and I'm sure you will too. So one more time, go to foxandsons.com, use code Kyle at checkout to get yourself a little discount. Let them know I sent you, and support the coffee that supports you. All right, guys, thanks. Back to the show. All right. Sorry about that. My internet was being a little bit fucky. I just want to make sure everything was all right. But yeah, I'm grateful for all the suffering I went through when I was a kid, because once again, I would not be the person that I am. I wouldn't be doing this today if I didn't go through all of that when I was a kid. It was very, very difficult, and I understand why people might want to alleviate said suffering, but I feel like for a lot of people, suffering is necessary to get to a better place, right? That's supposed to motivate you. Depression is supposed to motivate you to do something to get you out of that state, right? I mean, if you're hungry, the motivation then is to eat. If you're depressed, then the goal should be to do something that alleviates that depression, so that way you become happy. Character building arc, absolutely, Figs. You are spot on. That's exactly what it is. You don't make a you don't make diamonds without a little bit of pressure, which I know that's pretty cheesy, but that's the truth of it. Or you think about like a sword or something like that, right? We see it all in the movies. They have the steel, it's real hot, and they start beating the shit out of it with a hammer. We kind of have to do that for ourselves, right? Everyday life has to beat the living shit out of us, so that way we become better, and that way we know we're not enough, because we know that we can do better. When you're at the gym and you can't pick up the 500-pound barbell that lays in front of you, that's because you're not enough. And that's kind of why I like weightlifting as much as I do, is because it's always objective. There's always an answer. Did you pick it up? Did you do a full rep or not? There's always an answer. Another thing I had under this thing of suffering, and it's going to sound a little twisted at first, but just follow me here, is relationships. And this is kind of why I talk about red pill stuff so much. And I just tweeted out that I'm very, very grateful for the show that Rin, Brandy, and I have built, Cognitive Vigilance, which this Thursday is going to be an awesome show. So make sure you are tuned in for that. Um, I'm grateful for the hardships in the relationships that I went through that really red pilled me, as people might say. I won't give exact details, but there was a pretty brutal relationship that I had in 2016 that, like, looking back at it, I'm frustrated with myself because I knew that I was better than that. But at the time, I didn't accept it and I didn't internalize it. And that led to a lot of heartbreak, and it really kinda led me down the path of realizing that some people are just fucking horrible. Some people will absolutely destroy your life with reckless abandon. They will call you their best friend and then do everything to show you otherwise, and those people will not think twice about it. It just is what it is. And I'm not here asking for people's sympathy. I would never do that. See, look, there's pause right there again. I would never ask for people's sympathy because I don't need it. I don't want it. Keep your sympathy for yourself. Keep your sympathy for people who cannot do for themselves. Either that or help those people that you have sympathy for. Um, all that pressure that was put on me and all those awful experiences that I had built me into the person that I am today. So I'm grateful for all that suffering. And really, I was kind of zeroed out at one point, even when I was in my mid teens. And I'm not going to go into details about that either. But, and I think eventually when I improved my health, that I eventually came to, completely get out of being zeroed out. I think a lot of that, when people get zeroed out, which basically means just your entire life falls to pieces before it could be a divorce, it could be a bad breakup, it could be just everything, maybe your job or something like that. The first thing you should do is go to the gym or something like that, or find some way to get your mind off of it. And that's going to improve you in the same time. Now, that may be just simple as going for a walk outside. If you've never seen the face of a gym, okay, well, then that's an improvement right there. But that once again kind of goes back to your health and well-being. Is just a little improvement to get yourself a little bit better. So moving on from being grateful for suffering, which I am, I will always be eternally grateful for the suffering that I've been through. And I hope everybody in the chat and everybody that listens to this is grateful for the suffering and the things that came through their life that made them ultimately better people and give them a different perspective, or move them from one bad state to a better state due to said suffering. And that's not because I'm wishing suffering on people. I'm wishing the cognitive choice to change and the ability to change. I wish that people would have the inspiration to do that. And I hope that if you're looking for that, I hope that you find it. The next thing I wanted to go to is love. I wouldn't be here today without the love of other people. I'm beyond lucky that I have a wonderful wife who takes care of our house, who takes care of our dogs just as I do. Um, who knows what I like in my life and how to make my life a lot easier and how to make my life a lot better, and that I enjoy spending time with her. I'm very, very grateful for that beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I wouldn't have that today without suffering and without, my health, my family, and even my band. Honestly, with the people that I've spent time with and playing music, I would not be in the relationship that I'm in today without that. It's not because she met me because I was in a band, but right place, right time, and then things just kind of worked out. Jeez. Um, I hope people will have a significant other if that's their choice. And that person makes your life a lot better for you. And if they don't, then maybe you can figure out how to make things better for you, where your life will be better with that person, or maybe without that person. Maybe they're not right for you. I'm also grateful for my family. I had one family member drop by in the chat today, but sometimes my dad drops by. I know some of my family watches the podcast and drops by and says stuff, but I'm very, very grateful for them. My mom, my dad, as I mentioned earlier, all my grandparents are gone, but I was grateful for them when they were here. Um, I spent a lot of time with my family last week, which I don't get to do very, very much because I'm very busy. Everybody's very busy and we don't make time for a lot of that stuff. But I'm very grateful for my family providing me a network of people that make my life a lot better. Speaking of family here, what's up, Billy? I know what you're drawing, and that's not about that today. At least if there's supposed to be the Twin Towers, shame on you. But I'm grateful for my family because I know that no matter what I need, I will always be taken care of. Um, yeah, yeah, she's absolutely right. Um, bless you, brother. Bless you too. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for my all the family that I've had because once again, anytime that I need something, if there's a disaster at my house, I can call my dad and we will have somebody here within 48 hours that will make sure everything goes right. And I mean, not that I can't handle myself, but obviously there's some stuff, plumbing, electrical stuff, house electrical, not vehicle electrical, but there's just stuff that I don't have the competency and I'm not going to learn because there's just things that I will not be good at doing. So it's okay to outsource that to other people. Um, so I'm very, very grateful that my family, my name has provided that for me. And I can't take credit for that. That's my dad, my grandfather, my great grandfather that built that legacy that I now benefit from. And I'm very, very grateful for that. And the last thing I have on the list here are my dogs. Clean out the laundry tub. It's all cleaned out, I promise. We have the sock on there, and there is no bullshit sitting in that sink right now. So we're all good. I promise. But the last thing I have on the list of love is my dogs. It sounds ridiculous, and I know people, throw shit at people who have dogs because it's a cool thing now. Dogs to let you have kids, whatever. Pigs to prove it. um, but I get to hit the road every morning, and unfortunately, it's a little bit too cold to go walking right now. I would not be walking my dogs with a winter coat on, and have their paws getting all iced to the freaking concrete there. But I get to take them for a walk every morning and they're stoked to do it. They're always excited to see me when I get home. I heard Jordan Peterson say this once and it really resonated with me, but dogs always get it right. Where you open the door and they're always so excited to see you. No matter what, a dog is never upset to see its owner. As I sit right here with one of them right here, she's always happy to see me. So are the other two, and they're downstairs probably getting into stuff they're not supposed to, and that's fine. But I'm very grateful to have them because once again, they always lighten the mood a little bit, right? You take them for a ride and they're happy to go. Take them for a walk, they're happy to go. If you give them food, they're happy. If you just want to sit down and relax, they're happy to do that. So I'm very grateful to have Axton, Lily, and Posh, which if you follow me on Twitter, if you follow me on Facebook, then you'll probably see them all the time. So, the last thing that I had on the list, I guess it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter show. I appreciate everybody dropping by in the chat, but is you. Everybody that's listening, everybody that's commenting, everybody that supported me in doing this whole journey, 258 episodes, and the other podcasts that I now do. I appreciate all you guys for listening and making this possible, making my music life possible. All that stuff is just awesome. I cannot thank everybody enough. Um, I feel like the show should be growing a lot faster than it is, but I'm patient. I just know it's part of the grind. I've talked to some of the world's leading experts in a lot of stuff. Thank you so much. Jake from Rise to Liberty, thankful for the friendship and your killer show you're building. Grateful to build our shows together. Absolutely. Well, he's another brother who started in 2021, and we kind of recognize that our shows started right at the same time. And thank you so much, Figs. I'm grateful for you too, brother. Um, Rome wasn't built overnight. Thank you. Um, Uncle, I've met you. I've known Billy since we were probably I want to say probably in our early teens. Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. Thank you. Um, but everybody who supported me over the years, it's meant the world to me. I can't like when I first picked up a guitar, I could hardly play it. And then over the course of 10 years, I finally started to, I think, get good at it. And then I started in a band called Wretched Hive, which is unfortunately no longer a thing. But we I parted ways with that band and had moved on to play with the band that I wanted to play with ever since I kind of got in the music scene. I remember watching A Common Crown all the time, and I was friends with everybody in the band. And I thought, wow, those guys are so freaking cool. Like, I just enjoy hanging out with them, and I think they're just like the greatest people I know. And then, fortunately for me, in October of 2018, they said, "Hey, we'd like you to come play guitar with us. And ever since then, it's been just an absolutely amazing journey, and I'm beyond grateful for all them. And if they're listening, then thank you guys so much for having me on board. I've got to play some of the coolest shows in my entire life. I mean, playing in front of over 1,000 people, just hitting their horns for Steel Panther, or um, playing opening shows for Firehouse, Steel Panther, Lita Ford, all that stuff. It's just been really, really cool, and it's changed my life for the better. And also the fact that I've been able to network with so many great people because of music, and also advertise our music to people all over the world. That's just really freaking cool. Also, all the people who listen to the show, I've seen people download it from Ukraine, Britain, Australia, Japan, China. It's kind of insane that, me talking into this thing right here, um, people hear it all over the world, and can relate to my experiences, or perhaps benefit from the information that I've had. All the stories that I've gotten from people where they said, "Hey, because of you, I've lost this many pounds. I changed the way I look at food. I'm much healthier now because of you." Speaking about me, that stuff means the world to me, and it makes me know that, like, just the fact that I do this show is making a difference in people's lives. And even if it's not a lot of people, the fact that it makes difference means the world to me, because that means that what I'm doing is breaking through to some degree or another. I was talking to Austin Peterson on Twitter, and I told him I greatly limited my following because I don't repeat the same talking points that you're going to hear from everybody else. I am my own individual person, and I'm going to have my own opinions based on the evidence that I've found. So, I'll do my best to present that to you guys, and hopefully I can give everybody something that they can work with that makes their lives better. And the people who've told me that, thank you. And it, gives me all the fuel and encouragement to keep doing what I'm doing. Now I know people have bought stuff from Fox and Sons, I think, Tiger Fitness, LMNT, the brands that sponsor me and make this podcast possible as well. Thank you guys so much for that. The people who enjoy a Common Crown and come and see us all the time, cannot appreciate you guys enough. It's awesome to play the pack shows that we get to play. It's awesome that we get to travel occasionally. Hopefully, we'll be doing a lot more of that next year. Um, I know we got a bunch of songs in the in the works right now that I think you guys are really gonna like. And it's gonna kind of change up. Um, it's definitely a change from our usual regimen, and yeah, I just appreciate everybody tuning in. I have a little bit of an audience here, but hopefully it continues to grow. So I think that's about all I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for my health, my suffering, love, my family, and all you guys out there. So if you guys don't got any questions or anything like that, I will hang out for a few more minutes and just kind of shoot the shit with everybody. I appreciate everybody listening. It's been a little over 2 years that I've been doing this show, and like I said, it gives me hope. We need a more common ground to give us old farts a reason to get out of the house. Absolutely. Well, unfortunately, that's not going to be until next year, more than likely. Um, thanks. How was Thanksgiving? It was awesome. My dad is in the chat. And as I said earlier, he had a place up at Seven Springs, which is a resort here in Pennsylvania. It's about an hour away from where I live. It's isolated in the woods, and they have really good food there. So it was cool. Last year, no, 2 years ago, I think my wife and I cooked Thanksgiving here, and that was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. And I like cooking. I know it's supposed to be the woman that cooks, in the kitchen, bitch. But no, I really enjoy cooking. If you follow me on Twitter, then once again, you've seen that I've been using Ninja Creamy quite a bit, and that I enjoy cooking other stuff. But I didn't eat any turkey. I know, what a shame. I'm a horrible person because should have videoed yourself lost in the lobby. I talked about it a little bit earlier. Yeah. Um, Work sucks. Glad you had a good time in Sand Springs. Thank you. Um, I did not eat any turkey, which is a shame. I'm sorry. I just don't like the birds. And I know I eat some chicken now, but it's normally like the real good fried chicken. But no, I don't eat the turkey. Just I don't know, man. Turkey's boring. Turkey doesn't even taste good. Let's be honest here. My favorite barbecue place right up the road from here. Well, it's not like right up the road, but it's like a half hour away. Called Big Rigs. They have a smoked turkey, and I'm like, it's edible. But like, man, steak, pork, something like that, ham. Come on, I don't even think there's a debate. Ham is the superior food on Thanksgiving, Christmas, any day of the week. Screw turkey, eat some freaking ham. Um, if you're gonna eat turkey, go out and shoot it. They taste better. You know what? I would have to imagine that's probably because the stuff they're eating is um is probably a lot more natural because like the turkey that you're probably getting from there is probably fed junk, which like if you've had grass-fed steak versus corn-fed steak or grass-fed, grass-finished versus like your grain-fed grass-fed grain finished, you can taste the difference because there's a difference in the omega-3 content and the fat. Because as you eat more and more like omega-6 fats, so like let's say you have a lot of seed oils, then, that will actually eventually bioaccumulate your fat. Now granted, I don't think that's like harmful, but like there's a different taste to the fat. What was the other beef at the buffet? Yeah, no turkey. That was oh my god, prime rib. It was a prime rib in the at the lobby there. And I was a little disappointed by that prime rib. I don't know what it was, but I didn't like it that much. I did try to eat some of it, but their ham was on point. I probably should have got the turkey because everybody was saying the turkey was really good, but I'm just not that big on turkey. You created a monster. Yeah. Um, yeah, no, if you had to choose between for Thanksgiving between prime rib, turkey, and ham, I'm probably going for ham every single time just because I like my ham. It's lean, it tastes good, um, and only that you get like that salty and sweet kind of taste too. They also had like the sweet potatoes, which were really good as well. I really like their sweet potatoes. They had, I think it was like some kind of bourbon seasoning and like a marshmallow on top of it. And like, I am a sucker for sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. Look at that. More people are dropping in the chat. Are we just going to sit here and talk about food all day now? Yeah, Billy, I agree. Steak all day. I know I'm a little bit late to that one, but yeah. Um, I've gone for leaner steaks as of lately because I don't find that the fattier cuts taste as good to me anymore. I used to eat the fattiest of the fattiest meats. Like I'll still murder some brisket. I survive it off a diet off of nicotine, coffee, and my hate for the state. Caffeine and stress, brother. I know. I feel it. Pre-workout and my hate for the state. Absolutely. Yeah. Um that's great. Yeah, I know Rolo Tomasi is a gentleman that you might see on this channel sometime this week if you follow my drift. And he always says he thrives on caffeine and stress. But yeah, for me, it's like mostly just grinding out reps, yeah, on the deadlift or the squat, just that shit that just really fucking hurts. Oh, that stuff's my stuff. Lorraine Laird, deep fried turkey is pretty good. That seems to be the thing that everybody is going for right now. I can't tell you how many people I saw that said, like, oh, we're deep frying a turkey. I'm like, oh, when did this become like a thing? I'm all for it. I'd love to try it. I didn't get to try it, but like everybody was deep frying a turkey. I don't know, maybe it's good. I know deep fried chicken is good. Um, yeah, I don't know. Turkey's lean and just like the like zero fat kind of meats generally don't taste as good as some with a little bit more fat. Like I probably couldn't do ribeyes as much anymore, but like I really like flat irons. Red meat is typically a little bit more fatty than like chicken or your white meats. But yeah, I find that the leaner red meats I like a lot. The fattier chicken is good too. So like your thighs are pretty good. And then what the hell did I have? I can't remember what the hell it was. I'll still mess up some fatty pork though. Like if we're talking burn ends or bacon, I love that stuff. I would murder that stuff all day, every day. Um, yeah, so I think be be careful, Kyle. You'll be the one to start a fire with the frying a turkey. Pull up a few videos. You'll love it. You know what? You know what? While we're here, I guess I should do that. Let me go over here. Let me see. Deep frying turkey wrong. Oh, gone wrong. Oh man, there are shorts for days. Let's do a share screen here. Right now I'm hungry. Sorry, Dad. Roman candles. Yes. All right, let's do we'll roll through these. Let me pull up YouTube here. I literally typed in deep frying turkey gone wrong. So we'll just watch the first video that comes up. Well, let me make sure I'm in the right place here. I added raw milk to my diet. I'll never look back. You know what? The only thing about raw milk is that you're gonna get a fuck ton of calories. I'm sure it tastes good. I would love to try raw milk making some ice cream with a Ninja Creamy. Look, I'm a total shill for the Ninja Creamy right now. So let me see this.
But 20 pounds of turkey, 5 pounds of bacon. I hope the annual fireball.
Oh Jesus.
Better watch the oven mitts in case there's flammable material.
So before he dumps that in there, for the people listening, make sure you go to YouTube or Rumble. I'm streaming on Rumble as well. So this guy's about to drop this, and like this turkey is almost as big as this dude's torso, and he's not that big, but like it's a lot. And they got this big old deep fryer, so he's about to dump it in here. I can't wait to see what happens.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, it's stuck again. Oh, that's stuck.
Oh my god.
You didn't get burned, did you?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Never deep fry frozen turkey. Okay, all right, this one looks good. Okay, so they're dropping it from a crane. I get your I don't know if that's considered some form of cannibalism or what. Jesus. That video, if you look, it's a while back on my Facebook, but if you look through my videos, it's one of the first videos I uploaded on my Facebook. Some people are dumb enough to do it inside a house. Listen, people are very, very stupid. Never underestimate the ability of people to fuck everything up. That has been something that I've learned and have preached a lot recently, but it's absolutely true. All right, so we're gonna watch this dude dump this freaking turkey into this thing here. So this is a frozen turkey that this guy's doing. Wow.
So what I want to do now is show you.
Okay, so they bring some firefighters in. I don't really care about that. Deep fried turkey gone wrong. We'll watch a couple more
All right.
shows.
Put that turkey in there.
All right, so all you do is just
Oh my god.
You gotta make sure you splash.
Their
everywhere.
1995 Camaro sitting outside, clapped as fuck. Use the hammer for the motherfucker. Why would you stand over it with a hammer?
Come on down.
It's got a coat hanger on it.
Oh, that smells good. All right.
All right, well, I mean, that was kind of lame. All right, my bad. So, anyways, don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, Southern accent, you know it's good. I think that'll be it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for dropping by. If you guys like these kind of live streams, just let me know. I'll do more stuff like this. The chat was pretty fiery. I always enjoy this kind of stuff. So hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and hopefully this week is just as great as the last week. And then coming up is Christmas, and you know, I got some cool guests lined up this week and next week. Going to be going on Nuclear Cadillo's show here in a couple weeks, which is going to be pretty awesome. Anytime somebody says happy holidays, all I can think, oh man, you're going to make me look this up now. I'll have to end on this. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I accidentally exited out of the chat. LPNH, happy holidays. My listeners will know what I'm talking about as soon as I pull this up. All right, I will end on this note. Anytime somebody says happy holidays, this is all I can think about. Oh, I know it's so wrong, but it's so great. My God. All right, guys. Yeah, it was gonna be something bad. Um, so make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Once again, if you are listening right now and you need supplements, hit the link below. Go to tigerfitness.com to get all your protein, branched chain amino acids, multivitamins, you name it, it's going to be there. They have 25% off, great deals on everything. I literally get all my supplements from them. I don't order from anybody else. They have great tasting whey protein powder, which unfortunately they're out of some of those flavors. I think they have the ice cream cookie sandwich and a couple other ones. As you can see, all the branched chain amino acids, pre-workouts, all that stuff. Make sure you go to tigerfitness.com through the link below, because it's my affiliate link. I will get kickbacks for that. That's how you can support me, to get all your, supplements and all that good stuff. Cognitive Vigilance this Thursday night with a very, very special guest. We will have information on that tomorrow. I will have Adam Fitzgerald on tomorrow to talk more about Israel-Palestine. It was kind of nice to get away from geopolitics and some of the more stressful topics, just to talk to you lovely people. But yeah, tomorrow Adam Fitzgerald will be on, and we'll be talking all things foreign policy and disinfo. Adam's an absolutely awesome guy. He's been on the show twice, and now tomorrow will be his third time. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to end the stream here. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a great night.